Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papaw's Place. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel, my friend. Guys, today we're about to test out this Weed Eater boat motor. It's a two-stroke 52cc, basically a weed eater with a prop on it, on this 10-foot Bandit P-row here. First, I'm going to fire it up to make sure it fires up. We're going to pump this primer bubble here about 10 times. We're going to put her on choke. We're going to put this throttle up about halfway. And now that I know she fires up, we're finna put this boat in here. We're gonna test this and see how good it does on this 10-foot Bandit P-row. I'm thinking it's gonna do pretty good myself. Now there's a lot of negative reviews on these motors, and we're gonna talk about that after we get out there. And I'm gonna run it around out here in this, I don't know what this is, 2 or 3 acre pond. And we're gonna test it out, and I got the speed app on my phone. We're gonna see how fast it pushes this boat, and then we'll get back. When I get done, we'll talk about when I received this and unboxing it and what I had to do to make sure it was ready to go. So right now I'm gonna get the P-row in the water. Now, me and my nephew bought these Bandit P-rows, and I'll put a link in the description where you can check them out. We bought these about, I don't know, 18 years ago to duck hunt and bow hunt out of, and man, did they get used, and they are some nice P-rows. So right now I'm gonna get y'all to stand over on the dock, and then I'm gonna get out there and see if I can get this on film for y'all how good this does. This is the first time I put this in water myself, so I don't know what it's going to do, how good it's going to run, or if I'm going to have to adjust it up and down, or what I'm going to have to do. Guys, I'm trying to paddle back here where y'all can see me, but that was the very first time I tested this motor, and that was very impressive, because if it had been 2 of us in this boat, somebody sitting up front, that would have probably been just right. And me and my nephew and my cousin has hunted a many a times out of this little P-row, and even though it ain't but a 10-foot P-row, you can't hardly turn these over the way the bottoms is built. Now, I'll leave a link in the description below this video where you can check out these Bandit P-Roads. One pull. The only thing about these motors, they don't have a reverse. You have to turn them all the way around and back up like this right here. So here we go again. Let me get my phone out so I can check the speed. Well, that didn't work. Right here, 3 miles an hour, guys. Just idling. Nothing but an idle. That's better than the electric rolling motor I run on here. I'm gonna pull back up here to the bank. Now, some of you knew what I was doing there was wrong, and I knew that myself as much as I've dealt with boats all my life. Tilting that motor out, that ain't the way you want it to go. You need it more down. Tilting it out makes the boat rear up more. So with it all the way down, I'm actually gonna need weight in the front when I'm in here by myself. But I just seen just on that right there, with it just not even a quarter throttle with 3 miles an hour, with a trolling motor that I was running on here. I attach a video above. You can go back where I had to use this P-road to go mow a client's yard that when the river's up. It don't push this but a mile, like 1.5 mile an hour. Well, this is 3 miles an hour, not even at a quarter speed. So what I may have to do is change the angle of my bracket to justify for me being in here by myself. That or when I put weight up there. So we finna let it all the way back down. I think it was all the way down. We finna see. I'm gonna go all the way down for sure this time. But just these 2 little runs, guys, I'm impressed with this. But like I said, when I get done here, we're going to discuss this motor, some of the reviews on this motor, and what I feel about their reviews, and what I feel about this motor. All right, that was all the way down. So I'm gonna have to put some weight in the front of this boat when I'm using it, or change the angle of my homemade bracket I got here on the back of this boat, which would be easily to do. Like I said, now I know my weight's different. Now I just need to see what speed I can run at a plane if I ain't got nothing in here, if I don't do nothing else to it. Either way, it's better than a trolling motor already. All right, I'm gonna see if I can scoot up as far as I can and reach the handle here. Fire it back up. Easy to crank, guys. see if it's gonna fire up on one pull again. Yep. Oh, I turned the throttle the wrong way though. Uh-oh. Oh, don't hang it wide open like that. All right, here we go. Let's see how easy it is to crank. One pull. Alright guys, there you have it. Again, this is the 2-stroke 52cc. I don't know if it's got a brand name. I'm gonna call it the Amazon Weed Eater boat motor. Now when I received this in the box, one thing I had to do, and it ain't nothing to it, they send you a little packet that got the Allen wrenches. I guess the wrenches that fit everything, even the spark plug and the little screwdriver to adjust the carburetor. But what I had to do is this handle right here was on the right side, and I'm used to running boat motors with my left hand, so I had to put the bracket on the left side. The kill switch, you have to keep this. You're supposed to have this attached to you in case the fall out of the boat, it'll pull it off and it goes dead. Now, if that quits working, all I do is put a toggle switch on it or something. But when I got it out of the box, the first thing I done, and it shows you in the pamphlet how to do it, the little instruction book, you got 2 little screws. Well, they on this side where you can't see them, but it's a screw right here. On this side is a drain screw, and the screw right here, well, that's the drain and the fill screw, and a screw up here that you take out. They on this side though. You take them both out. Well, it was full of oil, but if it happens to not be, you need to check it before you put it in the water. Take both screws out, get some regular gear, 90 weight gear oil for boat motors. You put your tube in the bottom here and squirt it till it comes out the top one. Put your top screw in. When you pull this out, stick your bottom one in real quick, and it don't hold much. But that prop right there, I'm gonna say that's probably a 4.5 or 5 inch aluminum prop. What kind of shaft's in here, I don't know yet. I wanted to test this out. Now there's one thing on this boat, this motor here sticks up, I say a little high, but yet it ain't higher than my head for hunting situations. The electric trolling motor I had on here, I took the shaft off and cut it and had it, the head of the motor was way down here. Now I'm not hunting like I'm used to do back in the day, so I'll probably leave this alone. I could extend this handle, but what I'm gonna do, because I got a seat for this little P-row that fits right here with a backrest, all I'm gonna do, this is tilted all the way down, and it needs to be a little further down, so I'm gonna either bend my bracket here on this boat or take it out of this wood and make it tilt down. I was getting, the fastest I got was 6 mile an hour. 5, I'm gonna say 5 was a good average in this 10-foot Bandit P-row. I weigh 175 pounds. If I'd have had some front weight in it, it'd have been a lot better. And I normally will, whether I'm hunting or if I'm using this to go to work in. And like I said, I got a video showing where I had to use this P-row when the river's up to go mow the hunting club that I mow. And I'll attach it above or at the end of this video if you want to go see it. But anyway, the little boat motor, here's the thing I want to talk to you guys about. When you look these up on Amazon, you're going to see some crazy reviews. And why am I saying crazy? Because the #1 complaint, are they loud? Are they loud? Well, if you ordered this and you don't know what a weed eater sounds like, then you don't need to be ordering this. Guys, it's a weed eater motor. It sounds just like a weed eater. It's nothing else. It's a weed eater with a prop on it instead of a shaft with a string or something to cut grass on the end. That's the most stupidest complaint I ever heard, is for somebody to say they loud. Well, apparently they ain't never run a weed eater or don't own a weed eater, because it's a weed eater. So it's as loud as a weed eater. It ain't no dang 4-stroke boat motor. This is I don't remember, $60, $180. I'll leave a link in the description below this video where you can go check them out. But they are what they are. It's a dadgum weed eater shaft with a prop on the end. That's all it is. And when I seen that, I was hesitant, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Almost every weed eater you buy nowadays, and well, I would say unless it's a name brand, but still even got weed eaters that's made in China. But any weed eater you buy from any box store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, any of them weed eaters is made in China or Taiwan or somewhere like that. And that's all this is. So how dependable are they? Well, how dependable is your weed eater? I ain't never really wore a weed eater out myself, and I mow at yards for a living. And I ain't never really wore a motor out. So what I'm trying to say, it is what it is. But to me, you can't beat this for the price. I'd have loved to have had this back in the day when we was hunting so much out of this boat. But you couldn't find something like this back then. Amazon didn't exist back then. But now I don't know if it's a steel rod in here as a shaft, or is it a cable like some of the cheaper weed eaters. I don't know yet. I ain't took it apart, but I probably will. I don't know. I don't know if I'll take it apart or not. Like I said, I don't hunt like I used to, so it don't bother me sticking up. I'm gonna just adjust my bracket a little bit so to get the front of the boat down. But also, anything I'm gonna be doing in here, I ain't gonna be just a boat like I was today. It's air cooled, so you ain't got to have it in water. And look how easy it cranks. Now, first time cranking, when I got this out of the box, I put the gas in it. I think it was 40-to-1 is what they recommended. Whatever it is, it's the same thing I run in my weed eaters. So I filled it up with gas and I pumped that bubble about 10 good times. There is one thing about this motor, particular motor. They got the choke labeled wrong. When you flip it forward, that's choke. When you flip it backwards, it runs. Well, when I first got it out of the box, pumped that 10 times, I bet I didn't pull it 4 times and it fired up. And it ain't got to be in the water. Right now, I ain't going to choke it. I'm going to turn the throttle to about 1/4 to 1/2. Now, when you cranking them, another complaint on the video reviews is they strip the crank cord out. Well, I guarantee you that's people that don't know nothing about pulling crank cords on a chainsaw, weed eater, or anything. You always make sure your cord has got a hook. You don't just grab it and yank. Yeah, you'll break everything. I don't care what brand it is. You make sure it's got a hook and then give it a quick pull. Just like that. But like I said, there's some bad reviews on them. But if you're a common sense person that's used weed eaters, chainsaws, or anything in your life, if you look at them comments, they're stupid. The people have no idea what they're doing. Complaining that it's loud. Well, it's a weed eater. Yes, it's same. It sounds just like a weed eater. Complaining that they stripped this out. Well, yeah, anything with a pull cord, if you just grab it and yank, that's one of the things my dad taught me when I was a kid. You always grab it, you pull it till it gets a hold, even if you have to let it back in, and then just like that. But I don't know how a man could complain about this for the price it sells for. Now I put that electric trolling motor on here, and it don't even go a mile, 1.5 miles per hour according to that phone speedometer. Well, it ain't got enough power. When you get in the weeds winds up around the prop. Well, I'm pretty sure the way this here RPMs it runs, it'll eat through some pretty good weeds. So it's heavy duty, the shaft on it. It ain't the electric 12-volt trolling motor I have on here, that it's way lighter built. Even the shaft, I mean, this thing's good and heavy. You can adjust the handle if you want it up or down. You can put it on whichever side of the motor you want it on. Fill it up with gas, and what I'm gonna do when I do it, I have me a gallon jug of 2-stroke gas mixed up, take with me, because I done run this out here for over 30 minutes. Let's see, I had a full tank when I got the motor. I run it a lot at the house just on the boat, and then so I run the tanks. I figure you'll get a good 45 minutes out of that little tank, and that ain't not even half a gallon. I ain't for sure. I ain't got the stuff on this motor, which it wouldn't be in gallons, it would be in liters. But anyway, guys, I don't know how you got a little 10-foot boat or a little Pedro or something. I'm tickled to death with it myself. But when I give reviews on stuff, I review them for what they are. This is not no boat motor. This is not no 2-stroke Yamaha Evinrude boat motor. This is a weed eater trolling motor. You mean, buy stuff for what it is and then look at the price of it. I mean, a real good 12-volt electric trolling motor, it costs you twice this much or 3 times this much, and don't even go this fast. So guys, that's it. I don't know. That's just the way I review things. I'm happy with it because I'm getting back into bow hunting this year, and I'm going traditional with the old recurves or long bows. I ain't doing the compounds with the sights and all that stuff. And I got a couple places that you never know. I might be getting me old floppy-eared doe out in this P road right here. And if I do, you'll be seeing that on a video coming up. But as always, guys, if you ain't never subscribed to my channel, please reach down there and hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you a thing. You never know what you might see here at Papaw's place, 'cause I'm a little bit about everything. And as always, hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all next time.